Is Marcellus Wiley behind? This is a very interesting one. Ready for this? Funch, Chris, you ready? Is Marcellus Wiley behind Jeremy Lin on the all-time Ivy League athletes list? That is a fascinating one. I'll tell you why. Jeremy Lin, in terms of fame, shames you, Marcellus.
I mean, Lord.
He is a global figure, and if you weren't on the radio with me, people would be calling you Marcellus Wallace at this point. Let's be honest.
Some people still do.
They still do.
Hey, Pulp Fiction guy.
You played a sport with a helmet. You played on defense with 100 other guys on the field with you, etc. You didn't play in a major market until Dallas when you were no good anymore, all that stuff. Jeremy Lin was not only an exception because, look, an Asian-American point guard.
I was an exception.
That's true.
Ivy Leaguer.
That's true. African-American defensive end.
From the Ivy League, from the streets.
That's true.
Yeah,
Not too many of them.
African-American D. 6'4", 280 black guy. Okay, get in line.
Yes, much as I am blazing a trail in the media, as a Jewish-American member of the media, Marcellus, you blazed a trail too. Anyway, the point is that he's much more famous than you.
Calm down.
I mean, way more. Had a much greater impact
All right, I've seen him out
culturally.
before. I see it.
Went to a better school. Undoubtedly a better student. However, smarter. However, the fact is you were a better and by the way, Jeremy Lin has always, since he left the Knicks, has been an underrated basketball player. He's a good, solid NBA player. You were a better football player than he was a basketball player.
Thank you. Somebody recognized all pro I was. You went around the world and said you couldn't find a better DN than me for a year or two
for
or three,
about
7
14,
minutes.
15 months. You were like the best DN who played on the left side. But by the way, in the world.
I ain't have a nickname though like that. That dude didn't take off like Lin Sanity.
No.
Damn it.
That dude was a little question mark. That dude? He's the best in the world? All right. It's a weak era for DNs on the left side.
It was before social media, though, when I got my ball on, so that didn't help.
Right.
All right. So who's better?
Still, I got to say,
if
we're talking about accomplishment, you were all-pro. That means you were were you first-team all-pro?
First? What? What other all-pro team is there, brother? First team, dog.
So you were No, you were the best. Madden had you the highest.
I was a 97.
Yeah, and you deserved it. You were really good for a couple of years, and then you were 3-time Pro Bowl selection.
This dude is Player of the Week one time.
Now it's much easier to be a Pro Bowl selection in football than it is to make the All-Star team in basketball, particularly in the backcourt in this era. It's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
And yet, I'm sorry, like Jeremy Lin played a much more skilled position than you did. He's, as I mentioned, globally much more well-known. I can go on. And yet you were the better. You're better at football than he was at your position than he was at basketball.
Look at it. I'm looking at all his categories. Oh, they're fluffy. Oh, they're cute. Then I get to the one that matters. Appearances on leaderboards, awards, and honors. One time he was a Player of the Week.
Now, here's the other thing, though. Not only are there many more chances to do that in football, because
we ain't got
a number of players, but your skill is more highly specialized than his. If you're a point guard in the but that's for him. If you're a point guard in the NBA, your game has to be so skilled in so many ways. Whereas if you're a defensive end in the NFL, you need certain highly specialized skills. So it's a little bit of a false equivalency because what he did was harder than what you did. But nevertheless, if you were going to make that a common denominator, football, basketball, DN to point guard, you're a better DN than he was.
Yeah, you never saw me in the minors. You never saw me in no D-League.
No.
I ain't have to sit there and get hated on by no teammate. I was the teammate that was hating on other teammates, Drew Brees. So I was the alpha. I was Carmelo. I'm the big dog. I got Jeremy Lin.
You do, though. I think you do.
That's right.
On the merits.
How come I don't feel that way, though?
He's much more important somehow than you.
Sorry, Jeremy Lin. More important than Marcellus Wiley?
Oh, Chris!
Are you saying yes or no, Chris?
I just find it hard to believe, but okay.
What's your reasoning, Chris?
That's my dog.
No, I mean, look at how he played with the Lakers when he was with the Lakers.
Yep, that wasn't good.
They weren't.
Well, he should have been on the D'Antoni team, not the Byron Scott team.
Yeah,
but,
you missed that.
But other than that, obvious. I just gave Marcellus credit, better football player, though it's a false equivalency because Marcellus is it's like a relief pitcher in baseball versus a highly, an overall player in another sport. Marcellus, as a D-end, had to do certain things. As a point guard, you got to have a crazy overall game. Nevertheless, if we make a common denominator, say it's equivalent, Marcellus was better D-end than Jeremy Lin, point guard. I'm talking about their global impact. Jeremy Lin is known all over the world because he also broke a stereotype.
I went on vacation in Cancun last year, went to give me some drinks. Somebody said they thought Shaquille O'Neal. And
by
I
the
said
way,
no.
we had our babies on SportsNation today.
Little ones, yeah.
When Mira saw Marcellus, because he was sitting close to her, I saw her lower lip tremble like she wanted to cry. That's the biggest person I've ever seen. It's like intimidating for her.
She was really looking at me with a stare.
I don't know if I should start crying. Is he a giant?
Yeah, and then I reached for her to say hi, and she was like tucked into your neck. Yeah. Like she's like, Daddy.
She got a bad case of the daddies, doesn't she?
Yeah, great case for you.
If she was on the set, but because I wasn't holding her, because Mama was holding her, she started to cry.
She would start to cry.
Would you say it's fair to say that she loves me more than your son loves you?
Yeah, because it's obvious. I feel bad for Erin a little bit because every time she holds her, all she's doing is just keeping her still while she's crying for you.
I don't. Well, Esther always liked Erin better.
Okay,
Sammy liked me better, but Erin's catching up because I'm out of the house so much. So I win.
So you win
the winner. 2-1.
There it is. You're gonna feel bad about this when you get older, boy. Because they got separation anxiety and everything. It's coming, Max. It's gonna hit you hard.
No, I tell them all the time. I tell Sammy all the time, Sammy, when you're all grown up and you have your own family, I'm going to show up in the car, and you're going to say goodnight to your family, and then I'm going to put you in the car. I'm going to drive you home.
What?
I'm going to drive you back to where Mommy and Daddy live. I'm going to put you in bed. I'm going to kiss you goodnight and sing you a lullaby.
She said, ew.
She said, no, Daddy, I have to stay with my family. I said, no, you're always going to have to stay with Daddy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just in New York with my daughter and got a hotel room, got one room. She looked at it. She said, where are you sleeping, Daddy? I said, in the bed. She said, where am I sleeping? In the bed.
Where do you think you're sleeping?
She's like, ew. But
ew?
She loved it.
How dare she?
I know. She loved it. She didn't want to touch my feet, though.
By the way, here, cats, well, who wants to touch your nasty feet? Cats in the Cradle. Boy, that must do something to you now, huh?
Preach on
Cats
it.
in the Cradle.
What is that? You talking about?
Oh, we may have to play that coming up.
What is that?
It's a song.
I thought you were talking about Quincy.
No.